Well, believe it or not, it is spring in Michigan. It's snowing. I'm in a huge jacket, but I wanted to come outside and dream a little bit. Last night I was thinking that I wanted to pick back up my idea of supper clubs. I did a few years ago, but it was kind of difficult, kind of in the throes of COVID and uncertainty and things like that. So it didn't stick like I would have wanted it to. People were still kind of unsure if they wanted to get out. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath right now. I was walking uphill and I obviously need to do that a few more times. Okay, so anyway, I did a Valentine's event a few years ago. I did a mother-daughter tea a few years ago, and I want to get people together again, but I need it to be small, on the smaller side, because it's kind of just me doing it. A little background about me: I have made a few recipes on here to share with you, like a sandwich recipe, lunch, kind of a lunch charcuterie and banana pudding and stuff like that. But I do have a catering company and I own a bakery. I do it all out of my home. And I've done, big events. I've catered for as much as 100 people, and I've catered for, as little as maybe it was 10. I did a private dinner in someone's home. And that was great. Those are both, great, but I kind of want creative freedom, to do interesting food, to do, just out of the ordinary combinations of things, and to, experiment with food, and to have it be dreamy, and to have people eat something and say, that's like one of the best things I've ever had, and I never would have put this together. And that's what's fun for me, and it's a real creative outlet for me. So with that in mind, I want to bring people together and have it be fun and rewarding for me, because it's important to enjoy what you're endeavoring to do. And so the dream is this fall to have, I believe my cap, in order to do it really well, would be about 16 people. To have 16 people come out into our woods and have lights strung up in the woods and have a really beautiful, creative fall themed dinner. And I'm thinking probably like 5 or 6 courses, and just to have an experience. You can go out to a restaurant if you want to anytime, but can you go sit in the woods under fairy lights and have creative, beautiful food and sparkling conversation and all of that with perhaps some strangers? These 16 people likely will not all know each other, and so it's a great way to meet new people, have nice and stimulating conversation, have beautiful food, and then for me it's just rewarding because I love to do it. So I am hoping that we can start the journey today of sort of planning it out and dreaming about it, and that if you're able, maybe some of you, if you're local to Michigan, might be able to come. So let me know what you think. And I'm going to show you the wooded area that I'm thinking about, show you a little bit of the space. Hi ladies. There's Bellina. Hi, Bellina. Do you remember the movie Return to Oz? It's my favorite movie. It was a kids movie in the 80s, and it's kind of like a cult classic, but the chicken was named Bellina, and that's why I named Miss Bellina that, because she looks just like the chicken in the movie. Fun fact, the more you know. Alright, so here's the back of the house, and that they go. That upper deck up there is coming down, by the way. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We have the pond here, and the fountain is usually going much higher than that. It's like clogged right now, so it's looking pretty sorry. But anyway, okay, if we swing over here, there's this clearing in the woods, and we have this tree house that is unfinished but will be finished very soon. It was just too cold. We started the project too late in the season, and then it just got too cold to finish it. Okay, I'm gonna quit blabbing now. I'm gonna walk with you. So this little clearing in the woods, we're having a wedding here this summer too, and this is where we want to have the ceremony for the lovely couple that is getting married. So we want to walk through here. Dave is on the tractor moving dirt around, getting this area cleaned up. Let's see here, it's kind of noisy, but right in here, so kind of like right under these big trees. What do you think? What do you think? Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi, little miss. Two little misses. Two little kittens. I love you. Yeah, I love you. Alright, so I'm back in the house, and thanks for coming along with me and listening to me kind of go on and on about my dream for this. And I really hope that if you are local, if you're a friend of mine, that you might consider being a part of it. If you have any ideas or thoughts you might want to add, leave a comment down below. But I'm going to include at the end of the video some screenshots or some just some pictures of what I'm thinking that this might kind of look like, my inspiration pictures. And also I might insert the menu that I wrote last night, just to kind of see what you think about that and see if you think it'd be something you'd be interested in trying. So, but for now, since it is such a freezing cold day, I'm gonna head into the kitchen and I'm just gonna make some chicken noodle soup, and I'm gonna take you with me to do that so I can show you how I make like a quick chicken noodle soup that everybody here loves. All right, see you in a second. Alright, so first things first for the chicken noodle soup. A couple of days ago, I cooked a whole cut of chicken. I seasoned the chicken with Montreal steak seasoning or Canadian steak seasoning. And what I have in here, I have a chicken breast, 2 chicken wings, 2 chicken legs. This is what I'm going to use to make the soup, to make the stock richer, the broth richer. And so I'm gonna shred this up, except for the wings. I'm probably not going to shred the wings up. I'm going to add those to the broth and let those kind of cook with it. So I'm going to shred the meat off the bones. I am going to chop up some carrots, onion, celery, and garlic, and get that going in a pan with some, or a pot with some olive oil and butter. I'm going to kind of show you as I go along. So, 1 second. Alright, so here's our little cast of characters. I got 3 large carrots. I'm going to wash these off. I'm not going to peel them. There's a lot of nutrients in the skin of carrots, so we're just going to wash those. I have 1 big clove of garlic and kind of 2 little ones, 1 yellow onion, 2 stalks of celery, and then I cut the top off of another piece because I really like the celery leaves in the soup. I think they give a lot of flavor. So let's get these chopped up and get them in the pot. Chop in the pot. pot going here. I have about maybe just a little over a tablespoon or so of olive oil and about 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna melt that, get that going in the pan, and then I'm gonna add my veggies that we chopped up. All right, my butter and oil is sizzling. Look, that's hot. I'm gonna add in the veggies that we chopped, celery, carrot, onion, and the garlic, all in there together. I like a lot of veggies in this soup. All right, so I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit because I don't want my garlic to burn, and I do just go ahead and add it along with everything else. What I want to do is kind of just soften these. I'm not looking to get color on the soup vegetables. I'm just wanting them to soften up. I'm wanting the flavors to marry together. And after a few minutes of them softening, I'm going to go ahead and add in the chicken stock and the other flavoring agents that we have going on to make this soup taste like it was cooked all day long, but we will know that it took about 30 minutes or so, 30 minutes-ish. So I will come back to you when the veggies are softened and I'm ready to add the roast. This is pork chop, and he is sitting very nicely. He is waiting to get a piece of chicken. All right, 1 piece of chicken. All right, maybe a random sock. Awesome. There's no more chicken down there, buddy. All right, so veggies, take you down here, have been softening a few minutes. You can see that the onions have become a little more translucent. Everything's kind of just bubbling away and being happy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in the chicken bones. So let me see, how can I do this? These are the chicken wings, the chicken leg bones, and the breastbone. And inside of there also, can you see that liquid? I drained this off of the pan when I cooked the chicken. Some of it is like gelatinous because it's like the chicken fat, and some of the roasting liquids that came out, so the juices and the olive oil and the seasonings. I'm gonna dump all of this right in because I want all of that. That is excellent flavor. That is excellent slow cooked type flavor. Because I did, roast the chicken previously, and it was all ready to go for me today when I was ready to make soup. So I have all that liquid in there and the bones, okay? Just kind of zhuzh that around, okay? And then I'm gonna add my chicken broth. I just have plain old chicken broth here. I had some that was in the fridge. Each one of these cartons, each one of these cartons is 4 cups. So I'm going to add the rest of this one, which was probably about, 2.5 cups or so. And then I'm going to add another whole carton of broth. So about 6-ish or so cups right in there. Look at it, it's golden. We love to see it. All right, so we have this going in here. I am also going to add, bear with me a quick second. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of this Better Than Bullion seasoning. And this is just like, bouillon. Revolutionary. So I'm going to add some of this to the soup, and I'm going to let it simmer away for a little bit, fully tenderizing and cooking the veggies. And then I'm going to cook my egg noodles separately, just a little bit of egg noodles in a pot with water. And then we're going to toss it all together, add the chicken, and voila, soup. All right, so my soup simmered for about, 20 minutes or so with the bones in there and all of that. So I'm gonna take those out. So here's the chicken wings coming out. I will give these to the dogs. I'll take the meat off the bone and I'll put this with their dinner, so they'll be happy about that. I'm also gonna take out the breast bone that we have. These bones just gave our stock a lot of flavor. We already used all the meat, but why not use the bones? This is a good alternative to having to, boil the whole chicken, and, you can't really use the chicken meat after you've used it to make stock. So this is kind of just a little way around that. So make sure we got any bones out of there, and we did. So I'm gonna set this to the side, and we're gonna add in our shredded chicken. 1 second. pork chop is still hoping for some chicken. So we're just gonna add our chicken right in here into our broth. So is all that meat we shredded up. Okay. My egg noodles are boiling in a pot over here next to me. Those are cooking. Those take just a few minutes, and I just added a few handfuls of egg noodles to the pot. I didn't want to cook them in the soup, like I didn't want to put the noodles in hard into the soup because they will just soak up all the broth, and you know, we don't want to have to add more. So I'm gonna drain these noodles and add them to the pot. All right, so we're gonna add in our cooked egg noodles into the soup. Let's get a ladle here. We're gonna stir this around, just get everything mixed together. That's looking awesome. Now for salt and pepper, you know, like other seasoning purposes, like I said, the chicken was seasoned really liberally with the Canadian steak seasoning or Montreal steak seasoning. I did salt and pepper the veggies when I was sauteing them, but not a ton because because the chicken is salty. So what I'm going to add though at the end here are some herbs. So I'm going to add in some oregano, which I need to fill up my jar, but about a palmful or like a teaspoon. So we're going to kind of, you know, rub that through your fingers as you put it in. It releases some of the oils. And then I also have some dill, some dried dill. And again, about a palmful or a teaspoon. And then rub that with your fingers and put that in. Release the oils and the dried herbs, okay? And then we're just going to stir that into our soup. And if you ask me, that is ready to go. So we're gonna fill up our bowls. I snuck some biscuits into the oven, and I'm gonna show you a bowl of soup. I'm gonna taste it for you and let you know if I think I did good. So, okay. All right, well, soup is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. I put some aside in a little bowl so it could cool down slightly, but we're gonna try it. Let's see. Let's kind of get a bite of everything in there. Some broth, some noodles, some carrot. Okay, cheers. Perfect, if I do say so myself. The seasoning's perfect. I don't need any additional salt or pepper. I think it's gonna be great on this chilly day, and I can't wait to eat more. I just made some cheddar bay biscuits, literally from the box. Red Lobster biscuits from the box. These are perfection. I don't have any complaints with these. I make these often with chicken noodle soup. So I am gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this lunch with my family. Tell them to come on in and get some. They've been smelling it now for the last little while. This all came together in less than an hour. I would say probably closer to about 45 minutes. But a great, flavorful, healthy, nourishing soup in not a very crazy long amount of time. So I hope you tried the recipe. I will put the full recipe below in the description box. If you feel so inclined, if you could give this video a like, and if you could hit that bell and the subscribe button, it'll just let you know when I post videos, and it really helps the channel out if you like the videos and if you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to do either one of those, and it just helps me to put out better content for you. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. And at the end here, I'm going to insert, like we were talking about, some of those inspiration pictures for the dinner that I want to do in the woods, my dream. And also probably do a little, you know, rough draft of the menu that I'm thinking for the fall time. So I know it's not even summer yet, but I'm excited about it, and I hope that you will follow along with me. So thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful Monday and a great rest of the week. I'll see you soon. Bye.